my intro tough?
Have you ever heard of video games before?
Well, I know I have, and since I'm so awesome, I'll be detailing my personal experience with the medium, and also detailing how you can get into game collecting right now by giving you my personal tips, tricks, and hints for someone who started the medium 2 months ago. Thank you, I know. So I haven't even started. I'll be breaking up this video into 3 parts: an overview of my collection, my wish list for the future, and advice for a newcomer. The very first console I ever had was my Wii U, which I sold last year for money. Damn it! Then I got my Nintendo 2DS not long after. All I remember is that I had it, and then I didn't have it after like a month. I think my mom sold it. That was followed by a birthday not getting a Nintendo Switch. Then a Christmas not getting a Nintendo Switch. And 10-year-old me was getting fed up. So he decided to save up all his money so he could afford a Nintendo Switch plus a copy of Mario Odyssey. After that, every single time I got money, I spent it on a Nintendo Switch game. Instead of renting them from the library, I just wanted to keep them. Which, if you're asking an 11-year-old if they want to keep their toy, or just try it out for a week, they're gonna choose to keep it, Mom. When I got back into game collecting, I really wanted a new start, so I decided to pick a console I haven't really played before, but I wanted for a long time. So I got the Nintendo DS. I love my Nintendo DS. It has a great library of games, and its sleek, compact, and small form makes it easy to carry. I usually have it in my backpack even, so whenever I'm bored, I just start playing it on my DS. One day, I got really lucky and found this DS on eBay for only like $30, which compared to the $50 ones I usually see, this was a steal. So I got it, and I've never looked back. It's one of the best purchases I've ever made, and I really recommend getting one. Next console I got when I jumped back into game collecting was the PlayStation 1. It was one of the most popular consoles ever, with it being easy to collect for, having great games, and overall pretty cheap. It's a good pick. I found mine for $45 on eBay, which is really good, since it came with a game and a controller. But in retrospect, I probably should have saved up for a PlayStation 2, since that can play PS1 games, has a bigger, better library. So if you want to get a PlayStation, I'd say save up for a PS2. A nondescript black box? The Nintendo Wii! This summer, I worked for an old lady and helped her garden. Then, one day, I was invited inside and saw a dusty old Nintendo Wii. I asked if I could have it, and she said yes. $0 spent. I've wanted a Wii for a long time, and I've wanted a GameCube for a long time. Luckily, this was the version that was backwards compatible with the GameCube. GameCube and GameCube games are on the more expensive end, but a Wii, one of the best-selling consoles ever, so you know it's going to be cheap, with GameCube compatibility is actually common and one of the better consoles to collect for. The only thing I dread about this console, though, is how much wires and things this comes with. AC power cable, video and audio cable, sensor bar and cord, controller, and the endless sea of Wii accessories are a lot to handle. But who am I kidding? I love this console. And it's practically 2 consoles in one with the GameCube. It's a great system, with a great library, easy to collect 4 games, and overall, just a good start. I highly recommend it. And those are all the consoles I have in my collection right now, and I love them all. But what about the games? Well, I'm glad you asked me, 'cause now it's time for... Okay, before we start, 2 things. 1, I'm not going over every single game in my game collection. Some of these games I want to go over in future videos by themselves. Second is, these are not my favorite games of all time. These are just simply games I think if you have these consoles, you should have. First up is Spyro the Dragon. This is a really good game. After trying Crash Bandicoot, I thought it was kind of slow and didn't seem to appeal of the more linear design. But after playing Spyro, this is my jam. This is my go-to platformer. Anytime I plug in my PlayStation, I have to play a little bit of this. I'm a huge Sonic fan, so I would compare Spyro to Crash, as in Spyro being the more adventure, open-ended style gameplay of the Sonic Adventure games, to the more boost and linear stages of Sonic are more like Crash Bandicoot. I don't mean to dog on Crash Bandicoot, but this is just, in my opinion, the better platformer. I would say if you have a PlayStation, try Spyro the Dragon. Second off is Gran Turismo. This game blew my mind. This looks like an early PS2 game. This is really technically pushing it. And you can tell by the fact that it's actually 2 discs. 2! But yeah, this game is really technically great. It looks really good for a PlayStation 1. The controls actually wowed me because they're really responsive and are good driving controls, which is kind of lame to say for a, simulation racer, but it still did surprise me. Now moving into the Game Boy Advance and DS era, this is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the GBA. This is an isometric skateboarding game. Now, I know that might sound a bit lame, but this really pushes the GBA to its limits, and it is crazy to have on the Game Boy Advance. It's really crazy, especially for a handheld. This right here is one of the best Sonic games. Sonic Rush is an amazing game. It's like if they made modern Sonic games, but in 2D. It's not a classic Sonic game. It's not, an actual modern 3D game, but it's its own thing. It introduces the boost and has both screens playing the same game. And you can go from the top screen of the DS to the bottom screen seamlessly. It's an awesome game with an even awesomer soundtrack.
Back to back, hey, back to back.
The last DS game I have is New Super Mario Bros. It's a classic, even though the series did get stale. I feel like, 3 entries in a row in the span of a couple of years? This game is still really inventive and really creative. You'll see more of that New Super Mario Bros. Style later, but this is a really good game and a must-have in your DS collection. I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath. Don't judge me on this. Fling Smash. I know. Fling Smash. I know. Okay, stop it. Fling Smash is actually surprisingly good. The only gripe I have with this game is this probably should have been a mini game in some other bigger game, but they stretched it out to be a way longer game.
Hey gang, guess who just realized that some people might not know what shovelware means? So, shovelware means a bad game that's just poorly designed to fill up space on shelves for popular consoles and are preying on people who don't know any better to pick it up and buy for their kid or whatever. Anyway, Future Danny out.
This is one of the better shovelware games, and I don't know if it could really classify as shovelware, but it's still a good game regardless. If you want some cheap arcade style fun, pick up Fling Smash. Wii Sports Resort. Do I even gotta say anything? That's how good it is. Out of all the mini-game party games that flood the Elite, this is hands down the best one. You need to have it in your game collection. No matter if you even own a Wii or not, you just need to have it!
It's that good.
I love all the mini games, and it's a blast to have with friends. It's just so fun, and it's that classic Wii Sports energy, just heightened, even to an even further extent. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What Nintendo system could you imagine not having a Mario Kart game to have with it? This is the complete package of Mario Kart. Hear me out on this one. The best Mario Kart. I'm sorry. This is the best Mario Kart. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color house you got. I don't care what kind of car you have. This is the best Mario Kart. And I'll hear no opinion other than my own. I haven't really played Mario Kart World that much, but maybe that's better. I don't know. I still think this is the definitive Mario Kart experience. And for the last game, it's Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This game blew me away. And then blew me away again. And then blew me away again. And then blew me away again. And proceeded to blow me away for, hundreds of levels? This game is what every artist should strive to be. I mean, it's so creative in everything it does. And after a long time of waiting for a new Super Mario Bros. Game, this game delivered, bro. It's so good, and I really recommend having it. And that's the end of the game collection overview. I will go over some of these games and consoles in the future, and I do plan to obviously have more games and consoles to review later on, so stay tuned on the Dana YouTube channel. But for now, those are all my games and consoles. That segment took way too long. Well, now on to the second part. No! This part will actually be broken in two. My wish list for my game room, my wish list for games and consoles. My dog doesn't like me. So let's start. The number one addition to my game room is more cabinets, more storage, more games I can put on shelves. I want my room flooded with cabinets. Second, probably a bigger monitor and a bigger, better monitor, because right now the resolution isn't really that good on mine. I mean, the size is good, but it's just, it don't look that great.
Hey guys, what's up?
Third is maybe like a poster or two. I'm not a big poster guy. I don't have a lot of, video game merchandise around my room. I'm trying to reduce the amount of nerdiness in my room. But maybe a few posters couldn't hurt. Well, those were all the additions I wanted to my game room. Now it's time for... Well, don't tell my PlayStation 1 this, but I think I might trade them in for a PlayStation 2. I know I shouldn't, but there's so many PlayStation 2 games that I want, and it is backwards compatible, so I don't know. Second is, I want a Dreamcast so bad. It looks so cool. All the games. Sonic Adventure 2, Crazy Taxi. That's all I ask. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. That's literally all I need. That's all I need. For my Wii pick, it's self-explanatory. Super Mario Galaxy 2. I love Mario Galaxy, and I want more! For my Nintendo Switch pick, I'm picking Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I love that game, but the only problem is it might blow up my Switch. The Switch is not powerful enough to run Sparking Zero. But kind of adds to the fun, doesn't it, right? For my PlayStation 1 games, I'm picking Silent Hill. I heard it's one of the best horror games, so I have to try it. with Halloween coming up, it's the perfect time to try it, man. For my DS games, I'm picking WarioWare Touched. I love WarioWare, and I heard the DS installment is one of the best ones, so I gotta go with WarioWare Touched. And for my Game Boy Advance games, I don't know. If anything surprises me, I'll probably pick it up, but I have no list of games I want for my Game Boy Advance. And that's my wish list. Keep in mind, that's not every single game I want. Those are just the main ones I'm looking for. But with that out of the way, we can get to tips, tricks, hints, other thing. This part will be relatively short. I'll be going over where to buy them and how to start. 2 examples of where not to buy them. Amazon. This one has really wacky prices, and you technically don't get photos of what you're really gonna get, so it's easy to get scammed and stuff. What I recommend for online shopping is eBay. You get a lot of photos, a lot better prices, and just more variety of where you look. Another example of where not to buy video games. GameStop and other big retail stores like Target, Walmart. For one, GameStop, it only has the modern console games, and you can't get them for a lower price with used games, so, Second, in the realtor stores, you have to ask for some guy to unlock the case for you, and it's super awkward. And
oh my goodness, you gotta wait around for a manager to come by, and you gotta be like, can you unlock Wario's list for me? And you don't wanna ask a guy for Wario's list, it's so awkward and I hate it.
An alternative to this is going to a more smaller chain of video game stores. They have better pricing, more knowledge about the games, and they're genuinely nicer, warmer atmosphere. With all generations of games, my general tips are, do not go during weekends. Everyone goes during weekends and nothing's there. You gotta go in the middle of the week, like Wednesday is my day to go to my shop. I usually go to Disc Replay as an example, but you can search up on Google retro video game stores and you'll find a couple in your area. My second tip is look on price charting websites for what price you probably should be paying. Some of these shops will try to scam you and upcharge you for a lot of stuff that some games shouldn't have that price, So I recommend going on price charting websites to look up what you should be paying for. Second main idea is, where do you start? So I recommend starting with the consoles you already have. Build your own collection with the consoles you already have. Like I started out collecting games for my Nintendo Switch, which I already have. Then, when I got confident in my collection, I branched off to, I just broke this, an easy to collect for console, like, for example, the DS, the Wii, or the PS2. Those are my personal recommendations for consoles to collect for. I would stay away from the more pricier, rarer options, like GameCube is really pricey now, N64 is really pricey, so I would say if you want a good start, I would say collect your own games, then jump into an easy to collect for console that's readily available. Silly Danny. Well, that is all for the Danny YouTube channel today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, other stuff. Have a great day. I love you. Romantically. See ya.